Hello everyone, it is Susan and welcome to my channel. So today I'm working on my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery Volume 2 project. And we have our first prompt for September as well as our feature. And so I'm going to go through with you what I'm going to use. And yeah, so this is always exciting. I love getting the new prompts. So the prompt is to use a snowman. So I knew that this was coming, right? I mean, there had to be a snowman prompt at some point. So I had some fabric pretty much ready to go. I have a few different designs of snowmen, but I'm gonna go with this red. And for the pocket, so the feature, so every month they have like one feature, like a tag or in this case a pocket. Every month one was a tab. So yeah, so it's a pocket. I was gonna do a side pocket, but then I'm like, well, I really like this black piece of fabric because I like the hot cocoa on there. So that's what I want to try to get on here. And this is a little snowman with a little bowl of gingerbread cookies, which I thought went cute with the hot cocoa, right? But it came from this fabric right here. So I already cut it out. And what I did do, because I need his like head basically to be I don't know, held up, like I needed something strong behind it, because as you can see when I have this here, his head isn't going to be sewn down. So I needed a way for it not to flop all over the place. And what I used, and I know it's not meant for this purpose, but roll with me here. I have this stabilizer, which I've never used. And I'm like, well, let me check it out. You know, maybe that's something that would help me here. And so, of course, I had to watch a couple videos because I really didn't even know how this should be used. And I do know that, you know, you're supposed to like do your stitching, and then for this one, you would tear the remaining off of it, right? So, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm not using it for that purpose at all. I'm doing my own thing. So I already have it cut out, and it is behind this already. And it, you know, hopefully it will keep it nice and strong so the head doesn't bob around. But so the first thing I want to do is let's go ahead and tear this fabric to size. So I think, I don't know, I've kind of been leaving the pieces of fabric just a little bit longer than I think that I need them, because by the time I get them sewn down and stuff sewn onto them, you know, they definitely seem to shrink for sure. So that will go there. And then let's tear it down here as well. And I'll leave it just a smidge longer. Let's see. All right, here we go. Okay, so that's going to be our background. And so my journal is a smaller size journal. Let me measure it. I haven't measured it in a while. I want to say it's like 4 by 6 or something like that, but I'm not 100% anymore. Sure. Yeah, so just slightly over 6, and so 5 by 6 basically. 5 inches by 6 inches. Okay, so that is going to end up going on there. But I'm going to work on this not in, not in the book. Oh, I just pulled thread out of my needle. Okay. So now what do I want to do? So you know what? I think I'm going to give this an iron real quick. I have my little travel iron here, my Steam Fast, which I absolutely love. It heats up really quickly, and I don't know, I just like it. Next to me, next to my work area here, I have an ironing board set up, which I don't really use it for ironing. I used to use it to make videos, record videos, but I haven't done that in a while. So it's basically, at this point, just another place to put stuff. Yeah. So it just kind of, my iron sits basically next to me, so I can just grab it if need be. All right. So I think that that's good. Turn that off. And so now we have our base. So I will go ahead and let's just cut this down to size. All right. So this is going to go here, and I'll sew it on 3 sides. Yeah, I think that that will work well. But before I sew that down, I want to put this on here. So like I said, I want to be able to read the hot cocoa and the cozy. It just kind of brings it all together, I think. So I think the first thing that I'm going to do is sew I'm going to sew the snowman onto the pocket. Because, so the pocket, I don't really have, it will, like, something will be able to go in here, because I'm going to be using this for my December daily, this journal. So throughout this December, I'll be putting photos in here and journaling and stuff. So having another pocket is just perfect. But you can see here that this goes over the edge. I can't have that. So you know what, let me bring this book back for a second. Let me just kind of do something here. So you know what, I think what I have to do, I do think maybe I have it a little bit too big, or too long width-wise, because yeah, I'm gonna tear a little bit more off of here. So let me do that. I don't want to tear too much though. So let's see. I know a lot of times when you're tearing a really small piece like this, it doesn't actually tear well. So, but let me, yeah, no, it's not even going to tear. Let me cut it, because I want to make sure that the side that has my snowman is right. So in this case, yeah, so this should be a little bit better, but now that means that I have to cut this down just a little bit. So let me do that. Oops. Oopsie daisy. All right. Okay. So that's good. And I think that that's a little bit better fit, because if I have to cut some of this snowman off, I want to make sure, yeah, it's just slightly bigger than, I'm going to iron this again, bigger than the page, ever so slightly. So now when I put this on, I can take this off of here now. Now, when I do this, I mean, that's basically going to be where it goes. So I'm going to cut this because there's just no room for it, right? It's going to go off the edge. And honestly, it doesn't really make a difference. So, yep, it doesn't make a big difference at all. Okay. All right. So now let's go ahead. I'm going to move that to the side and let's sew this on here. And then I can take all these pins out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start around the head part. Where's my needle? It's here somewhere. Okay. No, you know what? I think what I'll do, let me start here and go around. Okay, so that is done. So the snowman is on. Now let me see. Oh, see, I think I keep pulling off part of his nose. Oh, I did. Look, here's part of his nose. Oh my. Oh my. This is a problem. This is a definite problem. All right, so I'm just going to start stitching. I'm not going to stress. I'm going to stitch and figure it out as I go. All right. So I'm going to try to pull that little piece back on here that I tore off. That is like a really small piece. Oh, poor thing. His poor nose. All right. May not be perfect, but it will be on. Ugh, or not. Oop, I lost it. Uh-oh. I mean, I would like really, oh, there it is. It's stuck on the back of his head. Oh, all right, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try it again. It is literally disintegrating. Like all little pieces of his nose, they're just, the fabric is falling apart. All right, let's see if I can get this. If I can just get this. No, no, it's just falling apart. So, well, all right, so forget that fabric. Let's see if I can use this stabilizer to create his nose. Let me make it look more like a carrot, right? Because isn't that what the nose usually is a carrot? Well, it's not going to be perfect, but oh, okay. If I can get one more, just one more. Every time I go to push the needle through, it releases from my grip. Okay, did I get it? Ah, it came out. Sorry that you're like watching this. This real struggle. That's it, I just pulled his whole nose off. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm just gonna come back this way. I'm gonna do like a, yeah, okay. I'm gonna do like a little back stitch going on here. And we're gonna call it done, because otherwise, you know what's gonna happen? His whole entire nose is gonna end up falling off. So I'm gonna be happy with what I get here and call it done. One more stitch, maybe one more after this, where I can stitch it onto his head. Well, I really did not do a very good job of his nose. You know, even if I cut another piece of fabric to put it there, it's so small, I think the same thing might happen again. So, I don't know. I don't like it. I'm almost thinking I'm going to cut it, because I like it better cut. And I'm cutting through stitches, and I get that. So I'm really messing it up, but we're going to do it. I can't have it pointy, because then it looks like a beak on a bird. All right. You know how sometimes you should just leave well enough alone, right? I'm thinking that this is one of those times. Okay, it's ever so small. Okay, I'm leaving it. I'll think about that. I don't know what to do. And now that I cut the thread, I have a mess. I have a mess. Let me go through here one more time, and I'm going to tie it. I'm done with the nose. Poor thing. Poor thing. My poor snowman. Oh my gosh. Look at his poor nose. All right, I'm going to have to work on that. I don't know what I can do about it, but could I leave it? I could just leave it. I don't know. I'll have to see how much it truly bothers me. Okay, so this is going to end up, not today, not now, but I mean the stabilizer is working very well. So his head's not flopping. It's nice and stiff, except he doesn't have a nose. So maybe I will have to cut a little piece of orange fabric, or can I put like a little piece of ribbon as his nose, or something like, I think I need to think outside the box here and figure this out. So I'll think about that during the week, and we'll come back next week and we will get this sewn on here. All right, well, thank you so much for being here. If you have suggestions about his nose, please leave me a comment, because I'm a little, I don't know what to do. I'm a little lost. All right, well, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next Wednesday. All right, God bless. Bye-bye.